Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at problem number 3, guys. For problem number 3, we have our value here. This is going to be -1 to infinity. I'm just going to plot a few of these points. So let's just go ahead and start with -1 because we're going to include that. And then I'm just going to stop at 3. Even though it goes to infinity, I'm stopping at 3 because I've ran out of room, guys. So I'm going to take these values and plug them into my x equation there. So this -1 minus 2, of course, is -3. When I plug in 0, it's -2. When I plug in a +1, when I plug in a 2, and when I plug in a 3. So that's going to be the outputs for the x equation. The outputs for the y equation, so we're going to plug in a -1. Of course, everything here is just going to be squared, which means everything's going to be positive over here. So for the y outputs, it's just going to be 1, 0, 1, 4, and 9. Okay, let's go ahead and plot this. And guys, again, when we plot it, let's kind of pay attention to the direction of the curve that is happening. So 1, 2, 3, there's my first ordered pair. -2, 0, -1, +1, 0, 4, and then 1, 9. That's going to fit right here. Okay, so that's a bracket. So I did close off the beginning, and then it shot over here to the right side of the origin. And remember, it goes on forever, so make sure you put an arrow right there. And it went down at first, and then it climbed up. So again, when I ask you for the orientation, you are literally drawing arrows on the graph. That's all that is. All right, let's go ahead and find the rectangular equation. I'm going to take this, I'm going to solve for the letter t. So x plus 2 equals t. Then I'm going to drop this into the y equation. So y is going to equal x plus 2 squared. So remember, we're going to FOIL that out. That's a perfect square trinomial. So your rectangular equation is x squared plus 4x plus 4. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at number 4. This is going to wrap up our notes here. So again, I'm going to have a t column. This time we're going to start at 0. Looks like I'm stopping at 4 because I ran out of room. My x column is going to be the square root. Oh, these are square roots. Oops, I went way too fast. I don't even want to try to take the square root of t, guys. So if you're using an eraser, that's so awesome. If you're not using an eraser, you're going to have to change your numbers with me. Let's make this easy. Let's just plug in perfect squares. So I'm going to plug in a 4 because that's going to turn into a 2. I'm going to plug in a 9, and I'm going to plug in a 16. I went way too fast. I should have analyzed everything first. Okay, so when I plug in these perfect squares, 0 plus 4 is going to be a 4. 1 plus 4. All right, here we go. When I plug in this 4, guys, remember that's going to be a root of 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. 9 is going to go in there, so that's going to be a 3 plus 4. Then we're going to drop in a 16, so that's going to be a 4 plus 4. All right, let's do it all over again for the letter y. All right, here we go. That's going to be 0 minus 4. This is going to be 1 minus 4. That is going to be 2 minus 4. 3 minus 4. And then, of course, 4 minus 4 is going to give us 0. Okay. Let's go ahead and plot this and take a look at what's going on here. So 4, -4. 5, -3. 6, -2. 7, -1, 8, 0. So this is just making a straight line, and it's happening in this direction towards the right-hand side of the paper. So you need to draw arrows that it's going in this direction. And we're almost done, guys. All we're going to do now is find the rectangular equation. So this is going to be x equals the root of t plus 4. Let's move the 4 over. And guys, remember, this is being rooted, so we're going to square both sides. So this is going to be x minus 4 squared equals t. Now remember, I solved for t. I'm not going to FOIL all this out yet. Remember, that was my final answer. Here I just solved for t. That's just step 1. So don't FOIL that out. Let's just go ahead and drop it into the other one and see what happens. So when we drop it into the other one, we're going to put it underneath that square root symbol. Don't forget it is squared, minus 4. And then when you take the square root of that, it's going to be x minus 4 minus 4. So the rectangular equation for this is y equals x minus 8. That's the rectangular equation. Okay, just real quick, guys. Ooh, wrong button. Sorry. All right, so just a reminder that you guys were going to be asked to do this on your own, these two problems. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you think you got it, great. Please show me what you did. And don't forget about that little bonus help if you had your volume on.